更不是。
All right, welcome everybody. This is Blender with Beer. I'm your host, Beer Runner. I'm going to be doing some 3D art projects and we're going to be listening to some music. I'm going to have some of my own music creations on the stream tonight. I'm also going to be doing some chatting with some of my buddies in Discord as well, so we can kind of freshen things up a little bit. I kept getting my audio muted for some reason via Twitch. I'm not entirely sure why. I followed all the rules for the YouTube channel that I was streaming my music from. Putting the tags and everything in there, and tagging the videos. So I'm not sure. Hopefully, with some audio, it'll help. Try to block that algorithm keeps kicking me out. Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the voice chat with my buds, and I'll be answering questions. If you guys want to come over to our Discord channel and hang out with us, you're more than welcome to jump into the voice chat and hang for a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to Blender right now, and we'll get some stuff going. All right, so my little chaos gnome here I got going on. The original one I had, I wasn't too keen on it. So I'll show you guys what I had originally. Give me 1 minute. I had this guy, which was a little strange. Doesn't seem to be. Oh, there we go. My textures are loading in. So anyway, I wasn't feeling this one as much, so I decided to kind of restart and go with my guy. This little guy. He's still a work in progress, but you know, I'm a lot happier with him overall, I think. Hey, not Cody Allison is joining with us today. Thanks for popping in, bud. We appreciate your support. I know you've been busy helping us out with some social media adventures, trying to help everybody out, our stream compatriots. I know everybody has been appreciating you and everything. Yeah, that's right. Cody is now a VIP. Look at that. VIP Cody Allison. Oh man, that's that day about the darts there, bud. I am currently enjoying a adult beverage myself. Yeah, Pardue, I do agree that this one is less terrifying in both the sense that it is, you know, not is visually less scary, and also my art skill is less scary. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I suppose you would enjoy the old not Cody Allison has stated, whatevs, man. The more terrifying, the better. I was going for something a little more. As you can see, some of the reference images I have here. By the way, these are not my artwork. These are just some kind of like design motifs I was gonna kind of go with. It'll be looking somewhere in the middle of these two lads, kind of like the facial expressions of the one on the right, and more of the kind of the clothing kind of aesthetic for the little guy on the left is kind of what I was hoping to narrow in. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the ear now. You guys feel free to talk to us and in the chat here, and also you can join our Discord channel and jump in the voice chat with me. And if you have a problem getting in the voice chat, just ping one of us in the channel and we'll get us on there. uh, Not Cody Allison said he got called out by a bot at lunch for being a lurker. Yeah, some of the channels have it set up to where if you use the term lurker anywhere in your text, it'll ping you as a lurker in the channel. Some of them got funny messages like that, but no harm. Yeah, absolutely. We try not to make people feel bad unless we're our friends. Then we like to make them cry. It's kind of a mission in our lives. Um, I'll wait till we get a couple more viewers in, and then we'll try to do a poll to see if anybody wants to hear one of my original pieces in the audio. I've been kind of working on it, piecing it together before the stream. Trying to get some original music going on, so I don't have to worry about the copyright and trademark Nazis jumping all over my case. Even though I felt like I was doing all the rules right, but you never know with that kind of thing. Some of those little bots can be a little sensitive to things like that. So, but anyways, we'll let you guys get settled in, and then we'll play some tasty tunes for you guys. Damn, brother, did you like that with an auto call out? Like, I don't recognize you. You must be a lurker. Did you dirty? Can't say I blame them. If you guys missed my last one, I had mentioned that the ears are some of the harder or the more challenging features to do on a 3D model, and you can kind of see why. They're very intricate and they got a lot of stuff going on in the ear structure. So I just kind of do what I can to make it as anatomically adjacent as I can, since I'm doing more of a stylized nature. So if you could see, like over here on this dude's ear or this person's ear, you know how they got a lot of these, textures and shadows and things going on. A lot of that can be kind of challenging to recreate in a 3D world. But we'll do our best and see how it goes. Oh, I just called out for a hydrate, man. All right, man, I'm taking a sip. That was not a rip. That was a sip of adult beverage. So just so you know. Yeah, you guys are jumping on that step challenge slash treadmill challenge going on. Yeah, my boy. Gotta make you some food, huh? Gotta keep yourself nourished. Keep that nourishment first. You know what I mean? Be right back, guys. Got a little child aggro going on. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about the wait. Let's get back to it. Do a quick check and see how many people we got in the stream right now. Oh, we got 5 peeps hanging out with us. Appreciate everybody for dropping in. We sure do appreciate y'all support and you guys hanging out with us and talking. And hey, I got another hydrate redemption from Pardue there. So here we go. I always think of you while the liquid goes inside me, Pardue. Thank you for that amazing visual for everyone. Hey, I did the thing. I launched the poll there. Yeah, Pardue. I'll see if I can get him to do it. I don't really know how to do it with the Hobbs system, but we'll see what we can do here. All right, we got 1 vote saying yeah, they want to hear it. And since everybody is abstained besides the 1 person, guess what? You get to hear the music anyway because that's how voting works. If you don't show up and voice your opinion, you get left out. I'm just kidding. Do what you want to do. But anyway, this is one of my pieces. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too soft or whatnot. And here we go. Hey, what's going on, Foxy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What are you welcome to? That sounds like a trick question in more than one way. Oh, that ended abruptly. I apologize. So we're back on the Lo-Fi music from Stomp's playlist over on the YouTubes, the allegedly copyright-free music on the YouTubes, and we'll do it about another, I don't know, about another half an hour or so, and then we'll see if you guys want to hear another tasty jam I have brewed up. Apparently broken ass choppy jams that just cut off in the middle of the track, but we'll get there. We'll get it all lined out. Figured out what happened. My little holder for my drawing pad here smashed into my pause button on my keyboard, so that's what stopped the music. And what a gracious and malevolent presence it is, Foxy. Is it malevolent? Benevolent? Both of them apply depending on your mood, I suppose. Thanks for that heads up there, Foxy. I don't normally do the audio on the stream, so this is my my cherry poppin' daddy moment. think Foxy and Purdue over here having a seizure off in the chat there with the shaky emotes. And I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure Foxy just called Pardue a scruffy nerf herder. But, you know, take that as you like. Yet, no, you know what? I didn't even see yours. I must have been dehydrating myself elsewhere at the time, but I will take it now, sir. Again, that is my excessively loud hydration noise, not a bong rip. So, just so you know. Yeah. I'm feeling this little ear here. It's a lot better than what I had earlier. The time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Draconia on this because pretty sure that luscious beard is full of beard oil. Is it full of beard oil there, Draconia? So how are we gonna test this? Are we gonna like, you know, do we're gonna get a third party and do a sniff test on everyone that does the stream? I mean, I'm taking volunteers. Shampoo, bro, you gotta up your beard game, bro. You gotta get you some beard oil. I have like Viking beads that I tie into my beard sometimes. I got it as a joke for my sister for Christmas one year. And so that's what I use sometimes. I mean, you do have a very manly mane going on there, Draconia, so I definitely don't doubt that you don't need much help with it. You know, some people just have it naturally. I have kind of a nappy beard, so it needs a bit taming, you know what I mean? So I need all the help I can get. I mean, I don't know. Are we going to reveal who we voted for? Are we going to be that guy, the ridiculous politician channel, where we're just going to vote random things and be like, no, you must tell me who you voted for? I mean, you know, since everybody calls me the resident hipster in the Discord channel, I would assume that other people would assume I smelled nice, but you never know. Could smell like patchouli and garbage for all you guys know. Yeah, we're gonna be indoctrinating Draconia into the streamer fold later on. There's gonna be blood sacrifices and Bachian orgies and all kinds of fun things. So stick around. Feel free to participate if you like. Hey, Sauce and Austin's in the house. Hey, thanks for stopping by, bud. Sure appreciate you. I'm enjoying your streams when I get a chance to watch them. I like watching those big sexy battleships drifting about in the ocean. It's pretty nice. Be right back, guys. I'm going to secure some more libations to wet my palate and to be able to redeem these lovely hydration rewards that my awesome audience is putting for me. Hey man, that's awesome, Austin, getting those average viewers up, man. Fantastic. Thanks for helping us out, bud. Thanks for coming by and helping. We'll see what we can do about getting some viewers over there to you, help push you over the edge so you can make it to the Alliance of Streamers. I'm also back with some more libations, so if you guys got the points to spend, go ahead and just give me some of those tasty hydration prompts. I'd be appreciating it. Oh, there's my boy, Austin. Here comes the slurpity slurp. Okay, I didn't get my good a good noise for that, but anyways, that's my little sound bite of myself drinking my beverage of choice. So, Mr. Austin and Foxy, you guys interested in hearing another one of my original music pieces in the stream? Or you guys good with listening to these lo-fi jams in my amazingly sultry voice? All right, well, my good old friend Draconia here has requested me to take a break and go to an ad. So I'm going to go ahead and ping that ad time real quick. You guys stay tuned and we'll be awesome. Thanks. Aha! I see there was a bit of confusion. We ran an ad while I was away getting libations. What a good staff I have. You guys are looking out for me. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to do another poll here in a second. I'm going to see if anybody wants to listen to my other piece I've been working on. It's more of a, I guess, more of a lo-fi song than the last one was. The last one was more of an orchestrate piece. I don't know how to say that word, but anyways, more orchestra than trippy hoppy lo-fi stuff. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read this post from Sauce and Austin because I really, really, I can feel the warmth in your tone here, and I like it. I'm gonna give that shout out to you, sir. It says I can't even begin to thank everyone that has helped me during the journey, all the amazing friends that I've made along just the short time, and the vision of beautiful communities combining together and building a grove of growth. Man, I love that. That's great. Thanks for sharing that with us there, Sauce and Austin. Much appreciated, bro. Hey, the poll ended and one person voted, said yeah. So here we come. Some more original tasty tunes by yours truly. Be right there. Back to the mushroom. Oh, thank you, sir. I have found the stick and stuck it back to my rectum, so now I am sitting erect and proper. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm back. Thank you for pulling in to hear one of my tasty little jams. They are still work in progress. I'll be working on them some more, try to get them a little polished up. Maybe add some more layering and instrumentations. I am in the singing mode. Everything I have to say, I need to sing a song about it. Yay! Pardue with the singing mode engage. Now everyone gets to listen to me sound like I'm on Broadway. That's all I have. Thank you. How long is the singing mode engaged for, sir? Could you please tell me? Yes, I cloned and flipped the air. That is all you do. It is called a mirror modifier too. The sing mode has disturbed my lady. She came to see if I was dying. No, dude, no. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really in the freestyling spirit at the moment. Caught me off guard a little bit there, bud. But I did what I could. My default is apparently, 1950s era Disney show tunes. So yeah, so the mirror modifier, I moved the ear over so I can kind of get to it a little easier. But as you can see, the mirror modifier looks like this. So turn it on and off, and it just, you can select it to where it goes about a specific axis. It doesn't seem to want to do the oh, you can actually add a flip as well. Doesn't seem to want to do that. Whatever, it's just doing that apparently. So that's kind of what that tool does there. And then I don't know if I have the bevel really doing anything at the moment, but it probably just came over with the head when I modified the head. So that's where that's come from. All right, we're getting a redeem of ads coming in from Draconia. My man Pardizzle is on the helm, so he'll be kicking us over to some ads here in a second. See you in a little bit. All right, welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in through the ads. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans and redeeming those tasty hydration points. If anyone wants to know what I'm actually drinking, shoot me a message and I'll reply to it, but I'm not going to be doing it in the audio section just in case those nasty little robots are listening in and want to, you know, mute my channel for some weird ass reason. Anyways, here comes a hydration. Here we go. Tasty, tasty stuff, sir. Tasty stuff. Yeah, you know, I think I'm done fucking with the ear for now. I think I'm gonna move the ear back over. Try to get to reattach a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back and polish up some of this noggin a little bit. That looks alright. Alright, yeah, I know. That's why I had to clarify that the first time I did it. I was like, by the way, I am not taking a rip. That is not what's happening. That is a tasty beverage of adult persuasion that I am enjoying. So. All right, so what I'm going to do for this section, usually when you want to start going into, see this one also has this modifier on there. There we go, modifier to keep everything even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename it. And then I'm going to duplicate it. What the hell? Alright, whatever. I don't know what else would do that. Alright, do section D. Alright, put it off to the side. We're going to hide it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this mirror modifier here that we can turn. It's this one, I guess. Is it that one? Alright. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and apply it. So now there's no more mirror modifier on that one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all the faces and we're gonna subdivide a few times. And what this does, this is gonna add more areas for us to dink around with, so that we can use our sculpting tools to get us to do some stuff there. Yeah, you know, based on these pics, I'm gonna go ahead and unhide them again so that we can kind of take a picture of kind of what we had going on. I'm gonna try to get this nose to come out a little bit more. That's why I added some more definition to the meshes here. And that is gonna allow me to kind of refine this shape a little bit more, so whenever you want to do sculpting things, let's go ahead and modify. We'll unsubdivide a few times so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. All right. So when you select your face and you go to the sculpting tool and you go to smooth things out, it's going to deform the mesh. That's what the sculpting tool does, right? When you go and you do all these different features and such. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. So by adding some mesh geometry to it, what you're allowing to happen is for the meshes to be able to give a little more in each direction, so that the smoothing effect is more prominent. And it's giving my computer a fit, apparently. There we go. I think I'm actually gonna have to turn this bevel modifier off. All right, it is not happy with the amount of meshes I got going on in that. So I'm gonna go back to my edit mode. And I'm gonna unsubdivide the feature one time. And that's going to give it a little more simplification, because what the computer is trying to do is every time you add a subdivision to this mesh, all right, what you're effectively doing is creating all these little points, right? And whenever you use the sculpt tool, you're going to be rearranging these dots, right? And the computer has to try to keep up with all these little dots that you're generating. So that's why it's flipping out whenever you go into significantly higher volumes of subdivision. So that's what we did there. We're gonna, there we go. Yeah, way too many dots. Dots confirmed for all those phasmophobia nerds out there. Alright, Blender is unhappy at the moment, so the best thing to do in these instances is to go ahead and save. And we're going to close Blender out. So I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my little mushroom cutscene. And we're going to swap Blender. I'm going to close and restart Blender. I think I probably filled up all my cache, memory cache, which happens sometimes with Blender. It'll fill up your GPU's memory cache and things will start getting stuttery and such. So you got to kind of restart the program for it to kind of catch back up. So, and we're back. Let's see if that, yeah, there we go. If you can move your model around like that without it pitch and fits at you, usually that's a good sign that you got everything kind of lined out. Yep, and I still may have one too many subdivisions, so I'm going to fix that issue. What am I standing by for? All right, we had a little impromptu ad cut in there. Thank you for our glorious advertisers and your continued support for our attempt to generate revenue from the stream. I don't know if that was too cheeky or not, but that's where we are. All right, so this is not working out the way I wanted it to. So, which is why I made that duplicate. So now I can go ahead and see if we can get this to work right. It's not like that. All right, that's all right. So there's a couple ways that you can resolve too many meshes. You're all about them cheeks, huh, Pardue? Yeah, make them clap, clappity clap, clap, clap on the cheeky cheeks. All right. Alright, so we got to be back in object mode to be able to add or take away it's called modifiers. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this bevel modifier because it's not really serving a purpose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go use a remesh modifier. And what this remesh modifier is going to reconstruct the head in a more simplified geometry. So as you can see, before where it was to what it is now, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So that was before. This is now. So that's a much more simplified geometry. You had all these little cracks and crevices, kind of exploding our geometry there. So that's where we're at with this. Our little pointy ass nose now. We're going to fix that here in a minute. So we're going to scale up, I think. No. Do another. I don't know if that's all right. We'll do that. Smooth shading. There we go. All right. So you definitely want to apply the remesh modifiers whenever you're done with them. Otherwise, it's going to make your computer flip out even worse than what it was before. And always kind of save after you do some instances in case something weird happens. But we're going to go back to our sculpt mode and I'll take a peeky poo at the mesh. So as you can see, the mesh is a lot more simplified and evenly distributed now. So we can add some more subdivisions to make it work, but we'll probably just do some sculpting with it the way it is now. So we'll go to our sculpt vision mode. And you know, this is kind of cool because you could actually change kind of what your clay kind of looks like. If you want to work more on like some stuff like that, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you know, some chrome man stuff. Oh god, that's terrifying. I don't like that at all. All right, I like this red one for some reason. That's what my eyes like. So if this lighting is bothering you guys, just let me know and I will change a couple things to help. All right, let's try to smooth that out a little bit. All right. Does his nose have to be a pointed tip? Yes, that's correct. I am on it. It's just going to take a minute to... Whenever you remesh stuff, what it does is it's going to combine geometry. So we'll go back to this mesh view. So as you can see in this ear, there's a crap load of little dots and shit everywhere, right? Whenever it does this remeshing, it simplifies the dots by combining things into a geometric center between the 2 points. And what that does is it allows it to be much more simplified by reducing the polygon count by a good margin. So that's kind of where we're at now. And you can go back and add more depth to things if you go back to here. So if you don't like the way this is coming out, you can go to your edit mode and you can select like some of these features here. So like if you really aren't happy with the way your edges things flow around, so they have some like design studies where you want to have what's called edge loop flow, so that your body should have these edge loops with them, right? So I built these edge loops into my body that shows, you know, the center line of the torso, and you can edge loop down the arms. So they're going to flow well. So whenever you go to animate the mesh structure, it's going to move and deform in a correct way. And that's kind of the principles behind edge flow design whenever you're making these 3D models. So that's kind of why, if you wanted to go back and redo this, you could. But there's another technique where you use, it's a little more advanced, where you come back and you actually make like little plates that sit on top of this sculpted out feature here in the back, so that you can animate the mask that you're going to put on it, so to speak. So, but we're not going to do any animations on this mesh, just because I'm not that talented in it, and I'll have to do some study on my own before we jump into that on the stream, just so I don't take a bunch of time having to stop and do tutorials to adjust my skill set accordingly, because that's it's kind of an ordeal to go through to learn a skill. You know, it's just like anything else. You have to spend a lot of time with it. You have to practice. You have to almost make it part of your identity to kind of to bring about, you know, positive change in a skill. You know, you gotta like get really good at it every day. And I should have put the damn, yeah, should have done that. All right, that's all right. We'll do it going forward. So what I did was I turned I turn mirror sculpting on. So what I do on one side, it's going to do on the other, so that I don't make asymmetrical things. Which is, you know, sometimes you want some asymmetry, but when you're trying to do the overall shape of something, you want as much symmetry as you can, and then we'll go back and redefine it with little quirky things. But overall, when you want to go through a design piece, you want to go from general shapes, which is what you see with the body. You have a lot more general shapes, kind of blocking out the structure of the body, and then you want to get to much more minutiate shapes, like the ear here, and then like that. So this body's gonna, I'm gonna spend some more time with the body, but this is pretty much gonna be how it goes for now. Just to kind of get the basic form. You can see, you know, how the body kind of goes. And that's kind of the point. When you're doing art, you want to go from very basic shapes to more sophisticated shapes within those things. And that's kind of how it goes. It's exactly the same thing with the mesh structure, right? You just have these really basic polygons in there, you know, and they're making up this more abstract structure. And that's kind of how it is. You're just trying to trick the eye. That's all art is learning how to trick your eye into thinking something is there when it really isn't, you know. And that's where that is. Appreciate the heart love there, Pardew. And I'm gonna take a little talk break because I feel like I'm rambling. So you guys just ping me if you want me to say something cool. And I will say this, I'm by no means an expert on any of these subjects I'm discussing. I just am more of a hobbyist with this stuff. I'm doing this because friends of mine started a video game development company, and I'm having to learn to model and all these things out of necessity. Because I have to make my own assets, have to, you know, learn a bunch of skill set for everything. So I appreciate that. I'm glad that I can actually talk and make sense to people, because that doesn't always occur. So I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And here we go. We're gonna make the nose a little more bulbous, a little more roundy, a little more caricaturic in nature. We gotta keep in mind our profile. So you got these hotkeys that we can keep an eye on our profile and our head-on shot, to help make sure that we're getting the appropriate structure out of what we got going on here. And then we're gonna, you know, continue to move back and forth between the two to make sure we kind of got where going on. You know, I really kind of like this little profile we got going on. He looks almost childlike in his proportions. And it's starting to come along nicely. He's got his mouth there. I'm getting some strong black crystal vibes almost off of this little dude. And I'm kind of liking that, you know. Let's see here. Where is this it? Crease. Yes. What do we want? Hey man, thank you very much. I am trying my best. I think it is definitely leagues ahead of where it was with my original attempt at it. But it's just like anything else you try. You know, you're not gonna get success your first time out. You know what I mean? And if that's the journey you've experienced so far, man, you live a very blessed life because you're not having to struggle like a lot of people are. So yeah, we were kind of running into some of that. This is kind of like, see, because there we go. This is what the problem right here is. See how this mesh shape changes? So you're going from these nice square things to this 5-pole section right here. This is called a 5-pole. I'm gonna go into another view so we can see this better and deal with this better. So sometimes whenever you start running into these weird object constructions, you have to go into another view to kind of really make sense of what's going on. And this is a great example. So right here, this is what's called a 5-pole. It's where 5 line segments meet at one point. And this creates some craziness, right? So one way to solve this is you take these guys and you merge them together at the center, boom, and it goes away. And sometimes this happens whenever you're doing some things, and this should rectify a lot of those issues. So you kind of want to identify some of the places that are having these 5-pole instances and try to reduce the 5 poles. Now there are some instances where you actually want a 5-pole, like right here. I want this 5-pole here for a very important reason. This indicates a transition in your geometry of your face, right? So this is going to happen like at the corner of the eye. See right here where this 5-pole is? Let's see if we can fix this up a little bit. So this one right here, this is the one I want. This loop right here. Let's see if we can. That's not what I want. Alt. This loop right here. So as you can see, this loop creates this mouth feature around the face, and this happens because of this 5-pole right here. It's where you're going from these long sweeping loops around the skull that kind of bring out you know, the side features of your head to more of the mouth structure that's occurring here. And that's what you want. You want these 5 poles at like the cheeks and right here at the lips. Again, you're gonna have like these 5 poles around the base of this mouth. That's gonna add you know, depth to your model. And some of these things I've learned from watching YouTube videos actually, and learning all kinds of cool things about modeling for animation and things like that. They have a YouTuber by the name of Dicko that if you're interested in 3D art and using Blender for 3D art, Dicko is a good resource, as well as Blender Guru. These are the guys that have been mentoring me through their YouTube channels. They don't know me, and I have never met them personally, but their channels have been, you know, super helpful with my study of this topic. You know, there's a lot that goes on in this program. This Blender is actually a physics simulator. That's what Blender is. So this is just a very small portion of a physics simulator, is setting up the mesh for the physics to occur. So we're going to go through and we're going to clean up this mesh here so that when we go back and we start modeling it again, or we start sculpting it again, it's actually going to behave better with our sculpting tools, because it won't have all these gnarly 5 poles everywhere that's going to push and pull crap a bunch of different directions. And like I said, you do want some of these 5-pole things, but in general, you don't want a lot of them, because they can really kind of mess up your stuff. And then this is where you kind of start putting in some minutia into making sure your grids are going up nice and around. And you kind of want to have some 5-poles up here underneath the nose so that we can kind of lift them up in there and get a little more separation from the nostrils. You know, we can get a little nostril action up in there. So that'd be pretty cool. Yes, the 5-poles do create a dimpling effect. That's where the meshes are going to kind of curl in on themselves a little bit. I'm actually kind of happy with these little beveling sequences here happening around the eyes. I may delete those and kind of move them around a little bit, but anyways, that's kind of where we're going with this. Is I'm gonna get rid of some of these 5-poles so that we can get back to the meat and potatoes of the sculpting here. But some of these things are necessary. You got to go through them and kind of do these minutia-oriented tasks. I'm sure there's some scripts that some much more talented users of Blender have come up with to kind of streamline this process. I am not currently at that skill set, so we will not be doing any of that. But I think that's looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and drop a save on that. And we're going to get back into sculpt mode. And we'll see how much better this is going to behave when we start sculpting some more. Alright, see how well this kind of smooths out a little bit versus what we had earlier. It's all kind of blending in a lot better. It's because all these lines are kind of moving in the right direction now. And that's all the smooth tool really does, is it kind of gets all these lines going in the right direction. As a baby's bum, yes. So that's kind of what we got going on. And you know what? I'm really kind of enjoying this profile we got going on here with this guy. He's got a very almost childlike feature to him. It's gonna be upsetting when I have to make him much more aggressive than what he is, but that might add to the terror of it all. You know, it's nothing creepier than one of those little like demon children on those horror movies, right? They got little creepy girl laughs and stuff like that. That's a one of those kind of gotcha moments for me, is when they do the little the little creepy kid laughs in the background and stuff. That's always kind of a kind of moment for myself. All right. All right. And honestly, I always kind of envision gnomes to be more like elven almost in nature, to whereas they are childlike almost in their appearance, deceptively endearing, like just little tiny humans with the capacities of jaded adults. That's kind of terrifying all of in itself. So let's take a peek back and take a look at our little guy. Yeah, he's coming together. So who all we guys got in the chat? We got some. Let's see. Oh, that's why it's awfully quiet. All my lads are over there dropping some. Go ahead and get some alert going on. Some of my fellow streamers. I'm over here talking with the mic off. I feel like an idiot now. Yeah, I don't even know what's the last thing I said. I was over here rambling on and on about joining my buddies on their streams and whatnot, and I'll take me a beverage break here in a second. Hey, is my sound still there? Looks like it's just you and me, buddy. Mr. Pardue hanging out with me, my one and only friend. I'm just kidding. I do appreciate everybody who stopped by. I know everybody that bounced had their own stream to get to. And I do appreciate the support and the love and the kind words about some of my creations and for sticking around through my antics and all that. So it was a pleasure building this little guy with you. I'm really happy with the way his little face is turning out and the ears are starting to take shape. I believe next time we'll probably take a pause from the head and start focusing on this body to try to get this body a little more fleshed out so we can make it look a lot less blocky and a lot more more roundy and awesome like this. So but just kind of to reiterate what we were talking about is we're going to bring this other head back. This is what I started with. You see how blocky and kind of one-dimensional this is? So this is kind of what we got going on with the body. So we're going to do the same thing with the body as we did with the head. We're going to make it smoother and more roundy and nicer looking. And then we're going to start adding some more features to the character design and try to get him lined out. So if you guys got any cool questions on the outgoing that I can answer real quick before we start rolling out this stream here, I think I'm going to play my one of my pieces for the outro right before I kick off the stream here, because I do like the way that first piece that I played turned out, and I think it's kind of nice. So we'll be back in about an hour. Banana Panels will be playing High on Life, and he's gonna be doing his little cool quippy commentary on the game as he goes through it. And I'm gonna go ahead I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid Sauce and Austin to try to help push him over the push him up to the affiliate level. So I think that's who we're gonna jump into. We're gonna get raided over. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hip hop mix going. That is not the one, but that's all right. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining in, and we'll be kicking over to a raid here in a second. See if we get some more lads back in for the raid, and see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.